Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's go ahead and get a message for your overall vibe of your reading. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Well-being, healing, and beauty. Divine says that you have been working towards wholeness within yourself. Every single thing that you've been through, you've taken something from it. Nothing that you have been through has been in vain. You've been working towards nurturing your health, your physical health. You're doing things, you're making choices in order to support your well-being, your mental well-being. I see you taking more time with yourself. I see you being patient with yourself and honoring your temple. Taking time to nurture your self-love through acts of self-care. I see you taking cleansing baths and showers that are energetically cleansing as well. Doing things every single day to protect your energy. I do see that there are darts that people have been trying to send your way in order to make things more difficult for you. And that's why nurturing your well-being at this time is so important. Protecting your energy. Letting go of any resentment that you've had. Allowing yourself to breathe through every single moment. Getting in touch with your breath and allowing that to ground you, especially at any times where you might feel flustered or overwhelmed. You're not only nurturing your physical health, but your emotional health as well. You're not allowing certain beings to influence you in the way that you used to. And the only reason why you used to was because you felt a sense of obligation to be kind to certain people. But you've gained a lot of awareness regarding the boundaries that you need to have in place in order to protect yourself, to protect your well-being, to protect the healing work that you have already done and that you continue to do every day. And this has a positive impact on your beauty. You radiate this vibe that just says, I love me. People can tell that you love yourself, and they can tell that you are nurturing your own energy, whereas you used to invest a lot of time, energy, and effort into people who never gave back. You've reeled your energy back in, and you've put it where it matters, within yourself, your own aura, and also in the lives of the people that you care about. This could be a child or children, or someone who has proven themselves to be loyal. But you're very selective, and that's paying off. It's paying off. All right, I want to go to this deck and get a couple more cards. Let's see what else Spirit has. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Action. Divine is asking you to take action at this time. I'm getting Chariot energy here, but also this is card 17, like the star card. So Divine says that the action that you take at this time will nurture your healing, and it will put you front and center where you need to be. I'm hearing that eyes are supposed to be on you. I hope that doesn't freak you out. But it's coming through. Eyes are supposed to be on you. Divine says you're meant to be seen. You're meant to be heard. Your gifts are meant to be enjoyed and honored. There's someone who is going to honor you. There's someone who is going to respect you, and they have not honored and respected you in the past, but they will. What I'm picking up on is that that's not something that you have set as a goal, but Divine wants you to know that. There's someone who has continually disrespected you, but Divine says that karmically they owe you. And they will respect you, and they will honor you. They will respect and honor your gifts. That's a part of this person's karmic debt that they must pay. But Divine is asking you to take action and to not be afraid of sharing your gifts. If that's something that you already do, Divine says please continue to do it. As I was shuffling the cards, I kept getting this vision of like someone in, it was like an antique car. It was really cool, like kind of like the car that's in Karate Kid. You know, like Mr. Miyagi has all those cool old cars. So it looked kind of like the one that he gives to Danny. Is it Danny? And you're sitting in the car and you keep trying to turn the engine. You keep trying to start the engine. And it's like, it takes a while. Like you keep having to do it. And in that moment where you're trying to, or in those moments where you're trying to start the car, you almost give up. There's like so much doubt where you're thinking, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. But eventually the car starts. And I see you like just riding down the highway and there's nobody else on the road. And it's like the sun is rising and you're just riding off into the sunset, and it's such a beautiful sight. And Divine says that the journey will be worth it. Don't give up just because you think it won't get going. Okay? So there's some action that Divine is encouraging you to take or to continue to take and to not give up. All right? And I keep seeing that because that's the star card, it will lead you to that star energy if you're not already in it. This is about you getting to a different place, a different point in your healing journey. I felt this envy, okay? There is someone who envies you, and I feel like with that car trying to start, that could be someone trying to send you problems, slowdowns. Okay? Because there's someone who knows that you are on the path to card 17 in the tarot, the star. Really, you already have that energy within you. You already embody it. But it's just about moving towards that place, that space, where you are truly fulfilling the hopes, dreams, and goals that you have. But there's somebody in the background who is completely envious, and they see your light. They're standing in the dark, but they see where you're going. This reminds me of what I saw in my vision, where it's like the sun all around you in the car, and it's nice and bright, but see, they're over here, and they don't even have a car, okay? You're out here somewhere on the road, and they're feeling envious. So there's definitely jealousy around you. 9/11 on the timer. Someone wants to create a sense of panic, a sense of failure. And what I'm hearing is they want you to abort your mission. They want you to stop. But they can't stop you. They don't have the ability to do that. Goddess of the Moon and Magician and the Mirror. So what I'm getting here is that there's someone here who has been working with the moon, working with mirror magic in order to try to send negative energy your way. But you have a divine connection with the moon. and you're able to work with other realms and other dimensions. So whatever energies they're trying to send you because of their envy, it won't stop you. Because 10-10 on the timer, you will always be moving forward because that's your destiny. This is a person who's obsessed with your destiny. Plain and simple. They're obsessed with your destiny. And they're obsessed with trying to, I'm hearing, shut you up. They want to shut you up. Okay? Divine, what archetype cards are coming through for this beautiful being? Yeah, this person wants, ooh, wow. This person wants you to be a martyr. They want you to sacrifice yourself. And see, what I'm getting is that this person already tried to sacrifice you. They couldn't do it with their mirror magic and their moon spells. So now they want you to sacrifice yourself and be a martyr. They want you to give up. They want to throw whatever obstacles they can energetically your way. And they want you to forego and forsake any commitments that you have made to do your soul's work. This is a thief. And they came to steal, kill, and destroy. That's all they want to do. This person is constantly in their child, or I should say childish energy. Okay? Whereas with the child eternal, this is a very positive energy for you because you have such a sweet, innocent, compassionate perspective of your gifts and of the world. And unfortunately, a lot of people who have tried to stop you are very childish. So you're childlike, sweet, kind, loving, and innocent, but they are childish, bratty, wanting to stop you, not wanting to see you succeed. Okay? Divine says you're teaching them something. And even though this feels very annoying sometimes because you just want to have no obstacles, no reasons to sort of need to pause and clear the energy and then keep going. You just kind of want to get in there and do what you came here to do. Divine says that what you're doing by continuing on your journey is you are teaching this soul that there are certain beings on this earth who are so committed to their divine path that they will not allow anything to stop them. 1313 on the timer. They will not allow a thief to take away what they have determined to do. They will not allow any sort of obstacle to stand in their way between them and the divine. You have such a beautiful connection with the divine, and you will not allow anyone to stand in the way of that. And if you have to pause sometimes and clear the energy, if you have to pause and recenter, that's okay. It's worth it. And that is strengthening your connection with spirit. That's reminding you that you're intuitive enough to detect any energetic conflict, and you are also strong enough to repair your connection and to strengthen your connection with spirit so that you're able to do your soul's work. There is literally nothing that can stop you. Not a thief, not a childish being who is jealous and envious. There's nothing that can come between you and your divine path. Okay? So you really are doing something big here because you're developing even stronger skills within yourself. And you're also becoming a very beautiful, shining example of what it is to have such a strong commitment to your reason for being here on this earth. So much to the point where you won't allow anything or anyone to stop you. Thank you, Divine. What messages do you have for this beautiful being regarding their current situation or conflict? Oh, okay. One more, Spirit. Okay. Thank you, Divine. All right, so you've got 4 of Wands and then 7 of Wands. High Priestess, Death, King of Swords, Princess of Pentacles, and 6 of Wands. So with the 4 of Wands and 7 of Wands, there is this celebration, this union, this beautiful energy. Look at all that abundance, you know? How happy the little cubs are. I mean, the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. But then it's met with 7 of Wands, where there's like this intentional block that's being placed right by all of this goodness, this lushness. This is the lushness that you have built, that you have created so far. This is the fertility of your dreams. This is what you have set out to create and to accomplish. This is your enjoyment in life. And there's someone who has intentionally thrown fiery wands your way to try to block you. So basically what they've tried to do is put all of these wands around you so that you can't access your abundance, so that you can't access what's truly meant for you: enjoyment, love, blessings, union, celebration. With the High Priestess and Death, someone is hoping that your gifts, your intuition, your drive, your connection to the divine, they want it to come to an end. But I love this Death card because there's a phoenix there. And now we're in the minute of 17. Okay, we're in the minute of the Star card. So I feel like this is really, that's a sign that no one can stop your destiny. I love this Death card because there's a phoenix there and you are the phoenix rising. I feel like you have had to resurrect yourself many times over and over and over again. And what Divine is saying is that any karmic being who has continually tried to stand in the way of your gifts, they're only doing that now at this point because they are so afraid of their karma. They are so afraid of the attempts that they've made to try to steal from you. They know that all of this has added up. All of the dark rituals that they have done with that Magician in the Mirror and then the Moon card. They've done so many things that they are now having nightmares about the karma that they're facing. And their karma that they're facing now is very real. Okay? What they never realized was that any end that they tried to bring you in your life, the Death card is not just the Death card, it's the Death and Rebirth card, okay? And with the Phoenix there, you have resuscitated yourself. You have allowed the divine to bring you back to life so many times that now you really are an expert at it. And there's nothing that can keep you down. Absolutely nothing. With the King of Swords here, Divine is saying that your path is one of truth. You are able to see clearly the path that has been set before you, that has been cleared for you, that is being cleared. And just like with that vision that I got of you in the car, it's like you might not see your whole path, but Divine is clearing the way for you so that you can see where you need to go next. Because Divine would never encourage you to take action if the way were not clear. Okay? So there's nothing that anyone can do to distort the reality of truth, of the divine truth that you are not only speaking, but you are living by. You are a being that vibes with truth. And that's just something that karmics do not like. They don't resonate with the frequency of truth. And so anyone who is dedicated to living not only their own truth, but also sharing it with other people, they want to block it. But they can't do that because you have a sword and you can cut through any bullshit, any negative energy that anyone sends your way. Okay? All right, you've also got Princess of Pentacles. So this is like Page of Pentacles. This is about the practicality of your gift and how you share it. So you are doing this in a way where you are sharing messages. Also, you're still reaping new opportunities. That's something that no one can stop. So not only can they not stop your clarity of mind and your vision of truth, but they also cannot stop how you deliver that truth to the world. This is how you package your gift, however you do that, however you express yourself, however you use your creative energy to create something and share it with the world. This is also about your creative opportunities. That's why you're here, is to create and to share and to reap blessings as well, because this card is also about opportunities that you benefit from. Not only that you create for other people, but also that you benefit from. So nobody can stop your blessings. Nobody can block that for you. Okay? And I love that Divine closed this line with the Six of Wands, because you are successful and your path is successful. And you're never going to stop in those moments where it's like you're trying to start the engine, but it's just not happening. Don't give up. Don't doubt yourself. 2222 on the timer. Even though this seems like a challenging phase, Divine is saying that everything that you're experiencing is bringing your world into beautiful balance. And there's going to be a lot of bounty that you experience. There's going to be a lot of magic that you experience. And Divine is saying, just like they said before, that you were meant to be seen. That might be something that actually is not, it wasn't like on your wish list, okay? But you do want to share your gifts, right? And so, yeah, Divine says don't be afraid to share what you came to this earth to share, because people need it. All right. All right, I want to pull a couple of graffiti cards. I want to see what's going on with this situation, because it just feels like, you know, blockages, but it also feels like it really feels like the result of someone's fear. That's what I'm picking up on. Because anybody who has to rely on rituals in order to try to stop someone, when you did nothing to this person, they just don't want to see you in alignment with your true purpose. That's all it is. They don't want to see you doing your soul's work. And there may be something with this King of Swords. There may be a truth that you're speaking on. But if they're afraid of your truth and divine truth being spoken, then that's an issue that they need to take up with the universe. That's not your problem. Okay? All right. Got limited edition. You're special. There's only one you. No one else can measure up. So it feels like there is someone here that might want to shut you down, but they want to try to imitate you. They want to try to copy your style, your flow. They want to... Oh, what I'm seeing there, it kind of looks like, when you look at this design, it kind of looks like a kaleidoscope. So it's almost like they want to create an illusion, And you know how like a kaleidoscope, it looks like the patterns are repeating. So this person wants to try to replicate what you do, and they can't. They need to find their own sense of individuality and their own connection with the divine. That's what they need to develop and nurture, so that they can be the best version of themselves, instead of trying to repeat a duplicate of you, which can never be done. Okay? Pick me. Yeah, so this is a person who's very desperate. They're very like, well, let's see. They seek validation by putting up. So accurate. They seek validation by putting others down or highlighting their own uniqueness to gain attention. Okay? So this person might be trying to bring attention to themselves in a space where you are. Maybe they're trying to throw insults at you, or demean you, put you down, trying to belittle what you do. Yet they're only doing this because they want to seek validation in a space that you have created for yourself, or in a space where you are truly celebrated. This really is an energy vampire. Change in belief, expanding in mindset, letting go of old beliefs, learning something unexpected, growing and maturing. So that's what this situation is causing for you, because you're taking all of these negative situations, all of these evil entities that are trying to siphon your energy, and you're allowing those situations to grow you. Okay, because the only option you have is to sit there and feel resentful, or allow it to make you stronger and keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're meant to do. And you will never allow anyone to stop you. Okay? Abundant minded. Yes, Divine says to remain focused on your abundance, because that's the ticket. That's the ticket to your happiness. That's the ticket to your joy. That's the ticket to your satisfaction, is focusing on your abundance. Because see, this person, what they want to do is block, with that Seven of Wands, block this energy for you. And also, Four of Wands can be many things. It can be relationships. This person, you see how the two cups are there? Because usually it's two people, okay, celebrating. But this is also a marriage card. And so this person might be trying to get in the way of your relationships. 27 on the timer. They might be trying to deter people from wanting to celebrate with you, or wanting to take a journey with you. And the thing is that with you being focused on your abundance, there's nothing that they're truly going to be able to ruin for you. If it was meant for you, then this person will not be able to ruin it for you. And neither will any of their, what's coming to me is their cohorts. They're, I'm getting flying monkeys. If this person has people that do things for them, or people who they're able to manipulate, nobody in this person's zone or circle or under this person's influence will be able to take anything from you that's truly meant for you. What else, Spirit? Double agent, pretends to work for one while working for another, two-faced, untrustworthy, hidden motives. Yeah, so that's what just came through, was that there could be multiple people here. And it feels like there could be somebody potentially who's trying to get in your energy and earn your trust. But really, they are right alongside this person who's doing this dark ritual work and trying to siphon your energy. So just beware. If you have a feeling about somebody that just feels like, this person isn't right, then trust that. Trust that for sure. What else, Spirit? What's coming through about this situation? We've got law and order, authorities, court, legal, shocking, surprise, unexpected. So someone, whoever this is, who's trying to attack you energetically, they're very concerned about something legal that they've got going on. They might be headed to jail. They might be headed to court. There's something that this person is having to deal with. You see that? There's something that this person is having to deal with where they really just want to deflect any attention from them. This could be something that they're surprised about. Maybe they didn't realize some of this karma that they've reaped. And now they're having to face some consequences that have to do with the law. Because what I'm getting is that this person does not respect the law. They don't want any boundaries. They're like, boundary who? What's that? They don't have any respect for anyone drawing their line in the sand. And that includes you. That includes anyone else in their life. And that also includes the law. But when you are mandated to go to court, or when you are sent to jail or whatever, or convicted or whatever, I mean, what are you going to do? Run away? Then you get caught and you still have to face the penalty. So it doesn't matter. This person cannot escape their karma. And I feel like that's why they're panicking. This could be a situation where you did experience some peace and quiet from this person, but it's been sort of like more happening lately. That's because they're panicking about their karma. They see you very optimistic, very peaceful, and that bothers them because their karma has only gotten worse. And so now they're like, what am I gonna do? See? Exactly. They want to be at peace with you. In fact, they wish that they could be in a crew with you feeling at peace. But and that could have happened as well, where this person may have reached out to you and they were hoping for some sort of receptivity, some sort of interaction with you, and more than likely they got shut down. Okay, so that could be, for some of you that will be pertinent, but you know, because rejection damages a narcissist's ego unlike anything else. Because remember, they are God. Everyone is supposed to worship them. So when they do something to reach out, or they hoover you, which, you know, trying to come back and scoop you up, and they get rejected, it hurts them like hell. So that's more than likely what this is, what's going on here. In some sort of way, they reached out to you. They could have even reached out to you in a comment or in something that was like incognito. They may have contacted you from a hidden number or from a fake account in your comments or something like that. And either you didn't answer them, or you ignored them, or something like that, and they're angry. It's completely delusional, the expectation that you would form some sort of connection with someone who has more than likely, I mean, if they're doing ritual spell work against you, this is someone that you have a past with. And so why would you want them in your life? But they don't see it that way. So there could be a Capricorn involved here. Doesn't have to be. But I'm also getting just this Capricorn energy where Divine is saying that you're about your abundance. Okay, you're practical and prudent, ambitious and disciplined, patient. And yeah, I'm getting with that earth energy. You're grounded. You're really able to tune into your abundance. And I'm going back to that Four of Wands where it's like this lush land here. That's one thing about you, is that like you're obviously abundant. People can see that about you. And so this is something that a lot of times they envy. Yeah, so this is a person who is ridden with insecurity, self-doubt, and envy. And that's why their magic is all wrong, because they do rituals from a place of envy, not from a place of wanting to heal and wanting to grow and wanting to succeed and all of those things that all humans are driven towards, you know, love and all of that. But they try to do rituals in order to bring you down. And so that's why that magic will never be blessed. And that's why they're now experiencing karma that they just can't get beyond. And somehow that's your fault. Okay. Make it make sense. They've harmed you for doing nothing but minding your business. And they have attacked you. And they have sent negative energy your way. You don't want to have anything to do with them, but that's your fault. Okay. So now for some of you, this could be someone that you know, with siblings coming through, or this is someone who's tried to connect with someone in your family. This person is it's almost like they are drowning in fear. And I feel like this card came through in the last reading, I'm not sure, but they know that it's game over. And you know, like when you say that a karmic cycle has ended, it takes time. It can take weeks, it can take months even, but usually within the time period of a year or less, that karmic cycle will close, but you'll notice signs of it closing. And so this person is completely afraid that their power, whatever power they had, even though they always use their power to try to harm other people, they're so afraid that they won't have that anymore. And so they have resorted to very, very desperate measures in trying to take you down. And I know you're not the only one. I know you're not the only one, okay? But because these people live this way. It's their way of living. It's their way of being. This person has tried to bind themselves to you. I am getting through my mind's eye that this person has tried to bind you to them in order for you to be attracted to them. Now, if this is same sex, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if, let's say if you're both female or you're both male, and this person, and you both say that you are heterosexual, okay? Which you might not be, but I'm just throwing this out there. It doesn't matter. This person wants you romantically. So if they say that they are not attracted to the same gender, I don't care what they say. They want you. Even if y'all are the same gender and they don't say that they are into the same gender, they want you. And that's one reason why they have tried to bind themselves to you or bind you to them through sexual magic. I am getting that. I'm getting that that's a lot. That's something that this person has put a lot of energy into doing. They're fixated on sex. It's a fixation for them, okay? It's an obsession for them. And so that's one way that they have tried to bind you to them, is by doing that. So I feel like what's needed is to consistently cleanse your energy, like have a daily ritual where you either use some sort of uncrossing soap or some sort of uncrossing ritual that you do in the shower when you bathe or shower. I don't make an uncrossing soap, but Art of the Root is really good. I love their products, and I think they're having a sale right now. So yeah, you might want to check that. If you're watching this close to the 7th of October, they might still be running that sale, but they have really good uncrossing products to rid yourself of that negative energy. And then you'll want to use something like rose or something really high vibe in order to bless your aura, bless your energy once you have cleared it, because when you uncross and clear all that negative energy, it does create a void. But do something like that every day. You can even use, like, you know, Florida water and play your healing frequencies. Just something that allows you to set that intention where you are daily cleansing your energy. Also do cord cuttings and anything that brings you peace and extracts that negative energy. This is something that you should be doing regularly, though, because this is a person who will keep trying until it truly is game over. Okay? All right, what else, Spirit? Cool guy. So either you're a cool guy, or what I'm getting is that you're either a cool guy or you are attracting a cool guy. There's someone within your realm who has eyes on you. Okay? This is a person who is charismatic. They're high vibe. And they're one of those people who sees you. Remember, Spirit said that you were meant to be seen? So what Divine is bringing through here is that you don't have to always think about the negative energies. I know that it can be very tempting when that's like the loud energy, right? So usually the people who are low vibe and negative are the loudest ones. But there are also some really beautiful high vibe beings who have their attention on you, or they are giving you good energy. So divine is guiding you now to enjoy that. Okay? And this is something that you can be grateful for and really tune into and just be like, thank you, Spirit, you know? Yeah, see, this is about the collective. So I love what divine is doing here. They're like, yeah, you got this person back here doing some crazy shit. Yeah. Doing their little moon magic and their mirror magic and trying to fuck with you. Okay. But you also have a beautiful collective that sees you and that honors your gifts. Okay? And this is a celestial collective. Okay? They're otherworldly, just like you. You have so much in common with the collective that you share with and that you create for. Okay? And so divine really wants to bring your attention to that because it's so beautiful. And that ultimately is why this person who's stuck in fear is trying to haunt you, because they're haunted by their own fear, by their own karma, by this legal situation that they know they have to deal with, that they don't know if they can afford to get through successfully. They're afraid of the outcome. All of it. It's a whole hot mess. But meanwhile, you have a beautiful collective filled with beautiful people who see you and honor you. And so divine is saying to take some time to honor them as well and focus on that instead of the negative energy that's coming through, because they're not worth it. You know, I feel like this is nothing new regarding this person who's so negative. It's same old tricks, different day. Same old shit, different day. But meanwhile, you have such a beautiful collective. You have such beautiful beings surrounding you that are like-minded. And when I say like-minded, I mean they are in tune with divine energy, just like you. And so divine really wants you to celebrate that. Yes, celebrate that. Okay, I'm gonna pull some index cards. Let's see what's coming through with these. Okay, so this was the top one. It says protect your third eye. 4242 on the timer. That is definitely important at this time. This is a time to cleanse. This is a time to clear your energy and protect it. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, and that reminds me of that vision I had of you riding down the highway in your cool antique car and on your journey, your divine journey. You've got mail. So there might be something coming to you in the mail that is important or that could be good news. But I'm also getting that movie with, is it Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks? I think I've got that right. But it's about a long distance relationship. So there could be a relationship here where you have not had complete connection with the person. Like maybe you are seeing each other sometimes, like just in passing, or maybe you this could be a work situation. This could be a situation where you see the person, right, but y'all aren't yet like connected on a very deep level yet. This could also be a long distance situation. Okay, but I'm getting the vibes of a connection where you're not really together yet, but you're communicating somehow. Okay. Oh, this one is interesting. This goes back to that person. Look, this is why they're so afraid. That person who has been trying to attack you, they made a deal with the devil, and that's why they're afraid too. Okay, so this person with the you've got mail, the long distance relationship or the relationship that hasn't yet come into fruition yet, They could be an Aquarius. There could be Aquarius energy here, or you could be an Aquarius. You could be involved with someone who's an Aquarius. Ascension. So whoever this is with this you've got mail situation, this is helping, I wanted to say happy, but it's helping your ascension. Actually, everything in your life right now is assisting your ascension, even this person who's been trying to attack you. But I feel like this person with the relationship that is coming together, yeah, there's positive energy there. Imagination. You might be using your imagination right now to manifest, okay? Creating situations in your mind that will come to pass. Visualizing and seeing things that you want to experience either now or down the road. Divine is doing a big switch up here. So look, on the DL. So that person, remember, they were doing that love binding work. So if you are the same gender as that person who's been attacking you, 45 on the timer, they're on the DL. They are not coming out and saying that they are, I guess that would be bisexual. Yeah, depending on your situation. But they're not coming out and saying that. But they are. Okay? So that just adds to the fire. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why they have such an issue with you, is because you're seen as the King of Swords with your truth, your sword of truth and light. And then here they are, and they're like feeling all these feelings that they're not at peace with within themselves. Like, it's okay if someone does not want to share something about themselves and their sexuality, but it's not okay for them to attack you because you don't want anything to do with them and they're already frustrated because they feel something for you in the first place. 46 on the timer. East Coast. You could be on the East Coast, or there could be somebody on the East Coast that you're talking to. This could go back to that you've got mail situation. If you're long distance, joyful. Divine says that you deserve to feel joy and nobody can take it away from you. Okay? Genius. You're a genius and your creative ideas are genius. That's another reason for the envy. Okay? Attempting to attack energetically. Yep, we already know. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. That's what they're trying to do. Protect. Yeah, Divine is saying to protect your energy. Intentionally. Learning lessons. You're learning lessons, but also this karmic being is learning a lesson. And it's not going to be, it's going to be a very painful lesson for them. And that's one reason why they're taking their pain out on you, because they're already feeling the pain of their karma. Yeah, this person is experiencing depression. That's another reason why they're acting out. It's time for you to play. So as you create, play. Go outside, do something fun, pamper yourself, do something that feels good and that nurtures your well-being. Okay? Oh, somebody going to prison. Okay? So yeah, that, do you see the contrast? It's like you're joyful, you're creating, you are speaking truth, you are living in truth, you have a beautiful collective around you that is a wonderful source of support, and then you got somebody who's depressed, not at peace with their sexuality, and they're going to prison. I mean, and that's why they're a vampire. Okay. All right. Let's pull a couple cards from, oh yeah, I want to do this one. I love this deck. And then we'll pull an oracle card. Oh, you know what? I want to see what's going on with abundance, because with you being guided to take action towards your creative endeavors, we'll take a look at career and, oh, look at that. But the way it came out, it was like that. So it's on the fence. Okay, so you got, this is chaos and differences on the fence. So what Divine is saying is that with these energetic attacks, with these cards coming out on the fence, Divine is saying that you can either see these attacks as chaos or an opportunity for you to learn and create. Honestly, when somebody attacks you and somebody makes you the target of their envy, you can use that to create. You know, what is it that you do in order to get beyond that? Use that as a source of inspiration for your creative ideas. It doesn't have to be a storm in your life. That's what this person wants. But it really depends on how you look at the energy that they have sent you and the opportunities that that creates for you. Okay? Because if you use and harness that energy that they've sent you, and any frustration that you might feel, because obviously that's not something that you want to welcome into your life, and it can make you feel a little bit frustrated, or even sometimes a lot frustrated, but you can harness it and use it to create something wonderful, something powerful that inspires other people to move beyond those situations where they're being attacked, because it happens to everybody who's on the path of divinity, everybody. And it's something that we have to learn about and also prepare for and guard ourselves from and see from a higher perspective, because on your entire journey, that's something that certain people will want to do, is send negative energy. And so the sooner that we learn and adapt and overcome, the more, or the sooner it becomes an advantage to have an experience like that instead of a disadvantage. Okay? You're seeing the differences between you and other people, but you're embracing that. You are learning from that, and you're also allowing that to inspire you. So there might be someone around you who is very different from you. Now, this could be a source of aggravation, okay? Because it came out with the Chaos card. There might be someone around you who just is like, it seems like it's tough to get on the same page, or maybe there's something about one another that is hard to understand, or it's kind of hard to get along with this person. Divine is saying that this is also an opportunity for you to see things from a higher perspective and to celebrate some things that might seem aggravating, actually, you know? And that it really is an art. Learning how to do that. Learning how to turn lemons into lemonade. It really is just that. What I'm also getting, though, is that with some of this really beautiful energy around you that came through with the cool guy and the collective, there could be somebody around you who is very different from you, but you will definitely see that as a treat, okay? With that fruit there, because you know opposites attract. And I feel like this could be the start of something really, really cool. Really cool and really magical with the cat energy there. There's somebody in your energy that you're different from, and you're going to complement each other. I feel like there could be someone in your past that your differences led to perhaps incompatibility. Maybe there was some stubbornness or a refusal to sort of work together. Maybe you wanted to work together, but there was some stubbornness or immaturity. And so there's someone in your past that the differences between you created an obstacle, but there's somebody now in your present and future who your differences between you will be a strength. Okay? All right, Divine, let's take a look at finances, career and finances. Thank you, Divine. What's coming through for this beautiful being? So there's something that you may have told yourself was unrealistic about something that you wanted. But see, that goes back to that vision where Divine was saying that if it's tough to get it going, don't give up. So this is a reminder from Divine that, you know, whatever it is that you're visualizing, if you think that it's unrealistic, it isn't. But with that Capricorn card coming through with being practical and grounded, Divine is saying that if there's something you think you can't do, break it down and analyze how you can make it more achievable. Regarding any goal that you have, what is a step that you can take towards making it a reality? And how can you think about what it is that you want in a way that's more digestible? You might be going from where you are now to the final result, like where you want to be and where it could potentially take years to get to. But Divine is saying to take it in, like, take smaller steps. How can you get from where you are now to another point where you have progressed, but it is something that is feasible and something that you can do with the amount of time that you have in your schedule? Also, something that's coming through, Divine is saying, you know, if you look at people who are what you think is successful, just remember that it took a lot of work and effort. A lot of times you might see somebody who's where you think you want to be, but you don't realize that they've been doing something for a very long time. You might not see the work that's gone on behind the scenes, and then it's easy to get discouraged and think that you're behind. You're not behind. Success requires work and dedication. So yeah. Okay, Divine says trust the universe. Your success is insured. Yeah, rest assured that your success is insured. That makes sense, right? Insured? It's a sure thing, okay? Your success is a sure thing. Also, Divine is saying to connect with power animals in order to reap the abundance that you have access to, okay? Also, go out in nature. Go out in nature and connect with the animals. Watch them. Just observe how they do. Okay, because like, for example, squirrels, if you see them run along a fence, they'll run real fast and then take a break. And they'll run real fast and take a break. And so what that teaches me, or when I was watching them do that for the first time and I really noticed it, I was like, okay, so I can go, but I do need to take a rest. So the message there is to not overwork yourself. What's something else? Like, oh, with dogs, I love that they, like, when they're ready to take a nap, they just take a nap. They don't ask for permission. They're just like, okay, I'm going to sleep. And you know, a lot of times humans, we're like, okay, what do I need to do? And you keep putting off what you need to do for your self-care. We can learn a lot from the animal spirits, you know, and watching the birds, they're so inspiring. So yeah, definitely connect with spirit animals for inspiration to create abundance in your life. And a really good deck to do that with, if you're not going outside, is the deck by Kim Kranz. Kim Kranz is on Amazon, and it's called Spirit Animals, I think. And they have she has the pocket size, which is really great. It's not like tiny, but she has a pocket size edition of that deck, and it's like, I think right now it's like 11 something. It's really super cheap. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to buy good resources that can help you connect with spirit animals. Okay? Yeah, and the main thing there is trust the universe, because you are manifesting. Okay? You're manifesting something really wonderful and beautiful, and it really is about your outlook. Okay? If you have suffered a loss, just know that that was temporary, and based on your outlook, you're able to bring restoration to your finances, to your financial stability. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get a shaman's dream oracle and see what's coming through for that. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. Oh, see, your ancestors are coming through to assist you as well. I love that. 34. 34 or 3 and 4 is 7. So 777 might be significant to you. 34. Okay, let me get it straight. There we go. Okay, lay of the land. Once again, that looks like what I saw in that vision, where it was like the sun and you were riding off with the sun. Oh, so beautiful. Okay. Past lessons bring being well informed and ancestral wisdom. There are times when you're meant to discover and explore new terrain in your life, even to be part of a wave of change. This is one of those times, and what you're contemplating is perhaps new to you, but others have laid well-worn paths and left wisdom for you to rely and reflect on. This is so you have a better understanding of the potentials and possible pitfalls on your journey. When you know the lay of the land, you are better able to fully experience what is being offered to you. This is a wonderful time to seek a mentor or good advice from an expert or elder. That way, you will be able to meet life's opportunities and challenges well informed. Knowing you have a map, now you can be curious about what else is here. This is a path that promises success in all areas. See? Divine said just trust that you're manifesting and that you will be. What was that I said? Your success is ensured. Maybe assured? I don't know. Okay. You know, I really feel, this is a side note, I really feel like English is the hardest language. And I speak Spanish. To me, Spanish is so much easier than English. You know, and I have so much sympathy and empathy for people who go from another language to learning English. I was an ESL teacher for years. It's hard, you know? And now that I'm not like a student anymore and constantly writing and all of that, I'm like, whatever. As long as you know what I'm talking about, we'll be all right. Okay. So yes, let me say that again. This is a path that promises success in all areas. Where others before you have dared to tread. Dared to tread. Dates. You might be going on a date soon. Okay, that's just a little side note. Where others before you have dared to tread, you will discover the treasure they have left behind for you to make your own. So, Divine is recommending that you connect with spirit animals to inspire you, connect with nature to inspire you, and also with your ancestors. And also anyone who has dared to go along a similar path before you, because there will be lots of guidance that they will share with you. My mom used to always say, you don't have to make all the mistakes yourself. You can hear about other people's experiences and learn from that and spare yourself the trouble. And I always thought that that was so wise, because it taught me to listen to other people and really hear what they're saying. That's why I love talking to older people. I've always loved that. I'm getting older, but you know, even older people who have had more life experience, because there's so much wisdom to gain. And you know, as far as like the energy that you've been experiencing and some of the attacks and whatnot, like there are people who have gone through that and they have overcome it. I love the story of Blondie and her song, one way or another, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna get you one way. So the story about that, you might already know, but she wrote that song about a stalker. So perfect example of transmutation, right? She had a terrible experience of someone who was obsessed and constantly in her energy, and she decided to make millions off of it with a really great song that so many people love and enjoy. So when you look at people who have been in your situation and have faced attacks and have faced all kinds of nasty situations, it really is inspiring to see and hear how they have managed to get through those situations. And so that's why I love talking to people who are wise or who have lived longer than I have, because you can gain so much wisdom from them to help you on your journey. Okay, so that's what Divine is suggesting that you do. And I know that it's going to lead to a lot of success, because you got beautiful cards that came out for you. And just don't forget that Four of Wands, you know, you are the High Priestess. You are so intuitive. And also the King of Swords, you were meant to come to this earth to share truth. And so don't ever let anybody stand in your way of that. And any opposition that someone sends your way, you will definitely have the power and the wisdom to move beyond it. Okay? All right, beautiful being, I hope that you enjoyed these messages. And let's see. Oh yeah, I hope that it brought you comfort and good vibes. Yeah, all the good things. And I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.